Welcome guys. Excel table is a very powerful tool for data presentation, organization and management. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create Excel tables, and if you already know how to do that, then I'll walk you through how to analyze data effectively using Excel tables. Let's go there. Here we have employees data. Let's create a table to manage this data. Highlight your table, go to Insert, Table, and then where is the data for your table? The range I have selected is here. My table has headers. You check. Okay. Now we can use the shortcut key, Control T, to create a table as well. Having created the table, let's go to table design. Here, table name, I can rename my table to employees. And what else? Maybe see the total row and uncheck this. Check it again. Check first column to see what effect. Last column, banded columns. These may not be necessary. We're just exploring basic table operations. Now go back to table designs, and over to this point, you have different table designs as you may desire. Then if you do not need the table anymore, you can clear here. The table clears, but I still need it. Now let's move on to sorting and filtering. Now let's apply sorting to the employee's salary and filter by a particular department. Now, to sort, click on this box. You have the drop down and then sort largest to smallest. The salaries of the employees have been sorted from the largest to the smallest. Now let's filter by department. Click on this box and then down to text filter and down to contains. If you open this drop down, I say I'm interested in marketing. Okay. Now we have a summary of the employees' data, which includes the particular department, marketing, and the salaries of the employees arranged from the highest earning employee to the lowest earning employee. The next data operation we want to look at is formatting. For example, you want to highlight employees who earn above a certain amount, for example, 70,000 naira, dollars, or whatever currency you are interested in. Go to salary column, highlight, and then go to the home tab, conditional formatting, highlight sales rules, greater than. Now I need 70,000 and I'm not fan of this. Go to custom format and I choose this. All right. Now we have a highlight of employees who earn above 70,000 naira, $70,000, and so on. All right, let's go beyond the basic filtering to interactive filtering using slicers. To do that, click on anywhere in your data, go to table design and insert slicer. You can choose the columns of your choice. These are mine, and minimize this, bring this up, minimize and move it aside. Do the same thing to this one, minimize and move aside. Right, so let's filter 2024. Now, I have a sales summary for the year 2024, the region, the products, and the sales amount. I can choose to cancel that, click here, 2019, 2020, 21, 22, 23, 2017. So you get to see your sales summary quickly and interactively. The next table operation we want to look at is the use of dynamic formulas. For example, we want to determine the total sales for a particular region, say South. We use the SUMIF function, SUMIF, and then we highlight region, comma. If the region we're looking for, the criteria now is south, that's where the if function comes in. If the region is south, the formula should return the total sales for that region. We have the total sales for the southern region as 2,410,000 naira, or whatever currency you earn. Another important data management operation is data validation. With this, you can limit the values that are entered into each rows of your data. For example, I have department and I only want to see IT, HR, and maybe sales. What do? Highlight the column, go to data and data validation, and go to settings. Open this, go to list since you're entering a list of text. IT, HR, marketing. And I can decide to include an error message. For example, please select from the list of departments in the drop down. So if I come here and I enter IT, it's permitted. What if I enter sales? I get the error message. Please select the list of departments, and so on. Let's say you want to do the same thing for salaries. You want to limit the values that are entered into salary. Go to settings, not any value, whole number. You can choose decimals if you desire. Between. So I want to see between 300,000 to 10 million. Okay. And if I come here now and I enter 29900, it gives an error because it doesn't fall within the range. Let us examine our table for possible data quality issues such as duplicate. To do that, highlight your table and go to table design, remove duplicate, click OK. Duplicate copies have been removed. But what if you want to really see the duplicate copies highlighted? Go to Home tab, Conditional Formatting, highlight Cells rule, duplicate values. These highlight possible duplicate values within your table. You can now go ahead to remove them if you desire to do so. Go to Table Design, remove duplicates, and click OK. Duplicate values have been removed. To remove this highlighting, Alt-HEF, it goes away. Now let's explore the pivot table, a very important tool for a quick summary and visualization of our data. Highlight your table, go to Insert, Pivot Table over here. From Table/Range, choose No Worksheet if that's okay for you, and OK. Now we want to see the salary distribution and performance score within department. Check salary and also check performance score. Right, let me close this and make this a bit bolder. You can rename this to department. Same thing here. Double click, go here and say total salary. Total salary. Okay, you can, if you want to see count, average, marks, and so on. And you can do the same thing here. This is where we close in this session. We've seen how we can use table for effective data management. We've created table, we've used sorting and filtering. We've seen how we can format our data within our table, the use of slicers for interactive filtering, dynamic formulas, data validation. We've seen data cleaning, pivot tables, table rule, and so on. Do well to subscribe to the channel and share the videos. Thank you.